So in yesterday's session, we saw that we could eat a lot of the things that we get from these plants. But we also asked, is that all? No. So what are the different parts of a plant that can be used, which can be taken, even as medicine? Even as medicine. You remember we saw in the first part where your mother's giving you cough syrup, and that also comes from the plant source. Similarly, all the parts. So what are all the parts? You can use the buds, the flower, the fruit bark, stem bark, roots, as well as their bark. So all these parts, according to Ayurvedic formulations, you can make it into different medicines, which can be used on a daily basis, according to your need. Now, can any of these be made by ourselves in our home? Can we do something that, acts like a medicine? Can you all become your own doctors? Do you have to go outside and only then you will be able to get a remedy for whatever problem you have? Not at all. You're all responsible. You all have small things at home which you can do, and that itself will maintain your health. So today's session, we will see all these kind of plants which are around us, easy, commonly available. You've all seen these plants also. And we will find out what are the health benefits that they have got for us. Tulasi dala mula cheta santosha mukha pujantu tulasi. So as you see, this plant here is Tulasi Mata. Now we call her a Mata because she has so much compassion or karuna for all of us and provides a lot of benefits for everybody. Now you know that Tulsi is grown in every house in India, and it's the space in which the Tulsi plant is grown is called the Tulsi Madam. And every day the women in the house are asked to offer turmeric water to the plant and go around her 3 times and pray for her blessings. Now, if you look at the plant itself, its properties known as Dravya Gunam, it helps with reducing Kapham and Vatam and maintains Pittam without disturbing it at all. Now, the important thing here is that anybody who spends some amount of time next to Tulsi Maya gains a kind of energy and urja, a shakti, to perform anything that they want in life. And by doing that on a daily basis, you are instilling in yourself that confidence which you require to go about daily life. Now, the other thing about Tulsi Maya is that you can take a few of the leaves and soak it in water in the evening and drink it in the morning, the next day morning, as soon as you wake up. Now, how is this useful? Because it helps in doing 4 things. One is it's known as a Krimi Gham. Krimi, we know that the term Kirimi in Tamil is for all microbes and any microorganism, virus, be it bacteria, fungus, anything. It helps in destroying Krimi. So it's known as Krimi Harini. And then it helps with maintaining your swaram. So people who are music practitioners, it's a common thing for them to have Tulsi on a regular basis. Now, if you also notice, Tulsi is given as prasadam in all Vishnu temples. Now, why should they do that? It's because of these various benefits that it provides us, which I've just mentioned to you. So make sure that you grow at least one Tulsi plant at home. And there are many varieties. You know that it's also called as holy basil. There are different varieties like Krishna Tulsi or Ramar Tulsi. And there is a blue variety also, Neela Tulsi. Now, all of these have their own specific properties, which you can find out about. So this is Kumari or aloe vera. It is a widely grown plant at home itself, and it has a lot of medicinal uses. So I'd like to open it and show. If you see, you open the sides out, and the inside pulp is what is used, which is, this gel-like substance that you can see. That's what is used for the medicine. So the thing is, it has what's called Shita Viryam. Viryam means its ability to act in a particular way. So Shitam being cooling in nature, it is Shita Viryam. Now, how does that help? Because when you apply it over the region where you've had a burn, wound or scald, it will prevent that part from getting inflamed. Now, internally also this is used. Again, the gel is taken, it's dried out, and then it's made into, like a powder, and you can either make it into a paste, a churnam, or it's made into what's called an arishtam, which is like a fermented preparation. Now, the uses of all of this is for a variety of conditions, but one of the major uses is in any blood-related disorders. So, Rakta Dushti, Pitta Dushti, that's where it's used. It is also called as Chakshushya. Now, Chakshu means eyes. So, Kumari's use is also for any kind of eye-related disorders. What they do is, again, they take the pulp, it's made into a paste and added along with more than 15 other herbs, and a formulation is made, which is called as a yoga. And that yoga of Kumari is taken internally once or twice a day. And maybe within a week's time, the condition of the eyes will definitely show improvement. So this is Nimbam, which is in Sanskrit, or it's Neem and Vepam in Tamil. The thing is, it's also called as Arishta. When you say Rishta, the word means that a bad omen or sign, which means a person who is diseased. So Arishta means that person who is not diseased. So by having the medicine from this plant, you can remain in a disease-free state throughout your life. That is the importance of the name. Now the leaves, of course, it is very bitter in taste, and it has a similar cousin plant, which is your curry leaves, and it has very similar properties. And because we include that in our daily life, this is used as an aushadhi. So you don't have it regularly, but the tiny leaves, which would be purple in color, the first few ones that are coming, we take that, make a paste, or it's called a kalka out of it, and that is had on in a monthly basis. Once a month, you have that, and it prevents any parasite or worm infections in your stomach. So now you can see the zoomed in version of the nimba flowers as well as the seeds and fruit behind that. I mean, from the fruit, we obtain the seed. The seed oil is used for many skin disorders as well. So it's dried and then you crush it to get the neem seed oil. So once the flowers fall on the ground, you can collect that, clean it out, remove the dirt, and then make it into a vepampu rasam, which is also good for removing krimi from your stomach. So this tree has a beautiful history behind it. You know, it's called Vilva. And the only reason why you get to stay up on one night in the entire year is because of the existence of this tree. So what is the story behind it? Now, one hunter, he was running away from a tiger that was chasing him. And he had to climb up on some tree, right? So this is the one that he found in the night, and he climbed up quickly to escape from that tiger. And in the process, when he was climbing up, he also got nicely struck by all of these thorns, just like I did. And after that, what happened? The tiger remained there in the on the ground beneath. And what he had to do was he couldn't fall asleep. And he was starting to fall asleep. So he started plucking one leaf after the other and putting it down on the ground. And without him realizing, he was doing a puja for the Shivalinga, which was there on the ground below him. So that was the story behind it. But can we use this for any other purpose? Is it helpful for us? You should know that there is a fruit. It's called the bale fruit. And this, it comes into existence only in summer. It comes into fruiting. And it's yellow in color, becomes nice and ripe, and gives a beautiful smell. So once you take that, you make it into a lovely juice along with lemon. You pour lemon juice into it and then add a little sugar, and it tastes amazing. So what it does is, because it fruits in summer, you also understand that it's helpful for your body in summer. So it'll help cool your body, keep your digestion normal, and make sure you feel hungry at the right time and not stay up the whole night just like the hunter did. What is this tree? Shall we eat and see a part of it? Yeah, it tastes very bitter. I don't think any of you are going to eat this. But do you know, your favorite hero Chota Bheem, na? He used to eat one laddu of this every day. And once when he was thrown into the water, lots of snakes came and bit him. And all of them, you know, snakes are poisonous. But instead of him dying, the snakes died. Why is that? Because he used to eat laddus of neem every day. And the thing is, it is also called Arishta. Now, Rishta means someone who's about to die or has that kind of symptoms. So, Arishta means that which is not causing any kind of death. So, if you don't want to die early, you want to live a long life, achieve lots of things, what should you do? You should eat at least tiny part of this. Maybe once a month is fine. But there is a younger brother for this tree. And you know what that one is? I'll show you now. That is your Karidi. So this is the younger brother of your Nimba, which is your neem. We just saw that now. It is also called Karipata. I know all of you keep it outside your plate. Whenever your mom puts some dish which has this, you take the leaf alone and keep it outside. None of you eat it. But instead of eating its older brother neem, you can definitely eat this. At least it doesn't taste so bitter, right? So then how can you make a simple thing with this yourself? Take 5 leaves, wash them first nicely, Make them into tiny, tiny chopped pieces. Then put it inside buttermilk. And you can add some salt. So whenever you go out to play and you become all sweaty and you're thirsty and then you run back home, instead of asking your amma to give you some ice cold juice or something, you can make this for yourself. It's healthy and it's also going to make you have such nice, luscious black hair, jet black hair. And none of you will get white hair. You should tell your parents also to go ahead and eat it. Now, another thing, that it can be made into such yummy dishes. You can make something called a togel, which is a paste of this along with ginger and other pickle-like things. It's yummy, very tasty. And the other one is a podi, which is your powder. So they take this, dry it, and ask your mama to prepare it because it's very healthy and it will increase the iron content. If you have more iron, what does that mean? You have more blood, you can do more activity, you can run, play, study, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it after you eat this. So make sure you eat it on a daily basis. So this is called as Parna Yavani in Sanskrit or Karpuravalli. It is very commonly grown and it grows easily also. So you can, just plant one in your home and it will grow into all your pots. So you've actually got to be careful. The term Karpuravalli itself shows that it is a very fragrant plant and the disorders in which we use it, like according to Ayurveda, is for shwasam, if someone is unable to, breathe properly. So you take a part of the leaf and then you crush it, make it into a paste, put it into steaming hot water and inhale that steam. So it works like um, a nebulizer. So it is used as a nebulizing effect. So what it does is it clears out all the phlegm from the lungs and allows you to breathe again properly. It's also used in case of cough. So you take again the leaf, crush it, and then add little bit of ginger extract to it, and then you drink that. So it might not taste extremely good, but it's definitely good for your health. So whenever you're coughing in excess and you feel that you might not be able to breathe properly, then just take one leaf of this and crush it nicely and you can see that you'll get a nice juice. It's called as swarasa. So you don't even have to add anything to it. You can directly just chew it. And it's also useful in case someone has mouth ulcers. So you take the entire leaf, wash it and put it directly in your mouth and chew it. Drink the saram, which is your juice, and you can spit out the rest also, no issues. And it will definitely cure it within 2-3 days maximum. So if you see the flowers here, this is the white variety of Arka. Now from the name Arka, you can also derive the fact that it is a Tejas Dhatu because Arka, the word, is a synonym for the sun god. And it is commonly used for sun worship as well as on Ratha Saptami, which is when we remember our Pitama Bhishmacharya. The other thing is this, everybody knows that we use these flowers for our Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations as well as it's very special for doing puja for Lord Shiva as well. Now in Ayurveda, there are a few more things that we do, the paths that we use. So if you can see, this one, if I break, I'm going to show you the latex or the milk sap that comes out of this plant. As you can see, the thing is we use a thread and it is dipped in this milk. And after a while, it is dried. And we process it about 21 times on the same thread. And that thread is called as a Kshara Sutram. Because this milk has the property which is called Kshara. It is something that's corrosive in nature. So even if you touch it, it causes boils. The important thing is it's used in treating piles and other internal conditions where that Kshara Sutram is inserted inside and then it is used to remove that part of the tissue completely. Something similar to the cauterization therapy that's done today using modern medicine. Now in Bharata Desha, we are known to give special importance to Go Mata or cow. Now the reason for this is that not only does she exudate a lot of energy which can uplift us as human beings, but we're also given a lot of products such as cow dung, cow's urine, the milk that we get from Gomata, and that is converted into curd, buttermilk, and even ghee. Now, an interesting fact is that 5 products of Go, which is known together as Panchagavya, is used, and it's a very well-known Ayurvedic medication, which is used in grave conditions such as apasmara, which is like epilepsy, or unmada, which is your mental afflictions like schizophrenia or even depressive disorders. Now, all of these are mixed together in different proportions and they are administered. Apart from this, we also use gobar for washing the outsides of our homes. They used to be made of mud, so coating it on the outside with a layer of cow dung would prevent any kind of microbes from entering into the house itself and keep the environment sanitized, as we say in the times of corona. So, in these 2 days, we have seen two sets of things, but all of them are from the perspective of what the plant is giving us. The first was from the fruits and vegetables, and now we've seen what are all the different parts which are giving us medicinal values. So, what can we do and contribute back to these sources which are giving us so much that to maintain our health, so that from health, what are we going to gain? So that we can do whatever we want in life, whatever goals you're setting, na, all of them are possible to attain only if you're healthy. And the plants are helping us do that. So what can you do? You can make sure that you grow some of them at home because you already saw all the benefits. Second is you should definitely water the plants that you have, take good care of them so that they have deities, just like we ourselves are like deities. They are also deities and they have what are called as, they are the Ashwini Kumaras, which is two twins who are responsible for all the Aushadhis of the entire universe. And their blessings, if you get, you can remain healthy for your entire life. And make sure you can also add little bit turmeric in the water you're offering to your plants so that it keeps them free from pests and you're also rid of all your pests. So that is how we've now seen the entire spectrum of how plants are able to help us and how we should also give back and contribute to nature.